Lockeport is. Lockport's home. You know, Lockport's a place where everybody knows your name. I remember this show growing up, The King of Kensington, and I often joke and make fun of the fact that I feel like the King of Kensington sometimes as mayor, but it's home. And I don't know any other way to describe it. Home is a place that you're at peace, that you're happy, and this is it.
So I got gear already.
Well, Crescent Beach obviously has a long history. It wasn't always the road into town. There was a ferry previous to that before and when the town was actually incorporated. But other than being on the $50 bill, which is one of our little claim to fame, I think everybody in the community on one level or another uses the beach. And it's a little bit of the serenity. It's, you know, where the ocean meets the shore, and it's a quite unique and special place. The Widows Walk was a project that actually came to light here maybe about 4 to 5 years ago. Several of us had gotten together. We were discussing what we wanted to do to kind of spruce things up, and that area and that hillside in town just it wasn't developed. It was a piece of property owned by the town. We said, what can we do with it to make it work? So we just threw it out there and said, what a neat idea to make and create a Widows Walk so people could actually understand what that was, and then to go to the top of the Widows Walk and sit there with a pair of binoculars and to be able to look out across the harbor and stuff. So it's just very Lockeport-esque, I guess.
Where's that beach way over there? Is that Pleasant Point? Is it Little Harbor? No, we'll see what that.
The streetscape was the first provincially recognized streetscape, and it just recognizes the history. And I think Lockport's done a great job of recognizing our history and not only holding on to it, but trying to preserve it. So those houses and the way that they're kept just shows people a slice of life and the way it was back at a point in time in Lockport's past. Seacaps Park, I mean, there was a point in time where that was the baseball field in town. Since then, we've started to utilize outdoor concerts. We had a small stage there, and we started to outgrow it. So things really got to the point where we had to consider, you know, creating a venue for ourselves that showed a little bit about the community, that looked very Lockeport, but one that gave more of a professional atmosphere when it came to concerts and things being put on for the people. The structure itself and the stage, which I'm so pleased about and overly proud about, is literally a 40-plus foot lighthouse tower incorporated and built into the structure. So when people come to play there, we're making a joke and calling it Rock the Dock. That stage will actually look like a dock. So, you know, bringing that whole thing together and keeping in tune with what Lockeport is and what actually put Lockeport on the map was its fishing history. Lockeport isn't a place that, unfortunately for a lot, it's not a destination. You come by it by happenstance. It's not on the beaten path. You know, you really have to, you know, go off the highway and down some roads that aren't the greatest roads in the world. But when you get here, it's here. I think we have all the amenities of what anybody could want. Just every aspect of it means home, and there's just so many things about a small community that I think people take for granted, unfortunately. But when you're away from it and you get back, you definitely know what you have.